Shabbat Shalom, Harpo Polo, pray to Maria. Shabbat Shalom, Elijah, Ben Israel. Shabbat Shalom, Jay Freezy. Pray to Maria, brothers. Okay. Shalom, bro. Video is a little blurry. Might want to wipe that lens. He said the video, bro. Okay. How's that, brother? It got worse. It got worse. Man. You might have left some, bro. Go get a towel. Go get. Oh yeah. No, not that. It's wet. Get some dry. No. Yeah. Get. Make it. On this.
I don't know what that is.
How's that, brother? He said it could be the Wi-Fi. They say it's like blurry.
You want to stop it and start over and see it, give that a try. I can't really do anything about the Wi-Fi. If the Wi-Fi is acting up, yeah. You want to start another stream or?
Or if it's the Wi-Fi, it's gonna be the same thing, right?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. He can hear you clear. You just can't see you that well.
Yeah, it's clear. He said blurry, like.
Yeah. As long as he can at least hear us, that's more important.
And then again, it might be the laptop. Who knows? We've had it pretty wild.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not as clear as your debates. I can still hear it just blur. Oh, okay. All right. Well, when I was doing my debates, it wasn't on no laptop. It was I had a live cameraman. So I had a professional cameraman when I did my debate. So quite naturally, it's gonna be more clear than this laptop. So that's what that was about. Yeah, that's the reason why I was so clear. Because I had a professional photographer to come in and film it. So, yeah, that's what that was about. Shabbat Shalom, Shiver Me Timbers. Shiver Me Timbers, okay. Hey, Jay Freezy, don't forget to mention that today before after I get through teaching. Okay. Great. I have my first debate with a Christian pastor this week. Any advice? Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get through teaching. Yeah, praise Yah. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that bit. Don't let me forget that. Yeah. Because I'm gonna give you some questions to ask the preacher Elijah. I'm gonna give you some questions to answer, and I know he ain't gonna be able to answer. So I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 questions to answer, and then put like $200 or $300 on to say, well, look, I'm gonna show me this in the book in the New Testament, and if you can, I'll give you this money. Make it more interesting. Shabbat Shalom, Tony O. Ben Yasharel. Yeah, always put money down. See, when you put that money down, that's going to separate the boy from the men. That's going to let you know that you're telling the truth. When you got that money on the wood. Money on the wood make the betting good. Money out of sight start a fight. Yeah, you says nobody's going to know they because everybody know. Okay, in Jeremiah, you said. Oh no, don't. Well, I'm finna get started in a few minutes. Go on now. Wait till the song go up.
children of Yahshua, chosen of Yahuwah, Ahuran, wore the breastplate. Moses' brother had to wear a veil, cause he was close to Abba, Hebrew meaning father. King of kings, Yahweh, praise his holy name. David is chosen prince. Levites burnt the frankincense. We had the Ark of Yah in Yerushalayim, aka Mount Zion, Mount Sinai, where we got the law. Handed the Moshe, most humble. He didn't make it in the promised land. I pray we make it in the promised land. Glorious land northeast by the Mediterranean Sea. Jordan River running parallel. In the middle, grow the Yah. Our people making Tefillah. Muslim say Salah, meaning prayer in two different tongues. This is the east we from, full of palm trees, camelback, deserts, and a habitat. Before we wore the fitted cap throwback, know that we really much more than stay on the descendants of the slave ships, Yahweh's heritage. The mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, soon come. The mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah. Whoa. Isaiah 43, it's not a mystery, it's only one. Yahuwah stretched out the heavens, Exodus trade where he gave his name. He delivered us from Egypt, I only pray the mighty I am. Rest the Sabbath, day 7th day, SAT. Read the law when you get a chance, ASAP. Exodus 2:0, just a portion of the ancient scrolls. Y'all behold with the most I said. Put your idols down, worshiping the dust of the ground. Whether human or graven image, I wear the fringes from the book of Numbers, chapter 15, 37 to verse 39. Prostrate with my bloodline, putting in work for the Most High. I pray we need to be eternally shot to it.
Scratch that. Okay. Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah ben Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise, the works of Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now today's topic, I'm going to talk about everybody on this earth is going to know Yahweh. Now right now today, don't know but a few people know Yahweh, but everybody know JC. Everybody know the Muslim God. Everybody know the Chinese God. See, this world, everybody know the other gods but our God, and we the only one got the true and living God, and there's the only real, we the only one got the real God. So I'm going to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that all the earth, everybody on this earth, gonna know Yahweh one day, but right now they don't. Because the reason why having this subject is because when I was listening to that, what you call it,
Democrat convention.
When I was listening to that Democrat convention, I didn't hear nobody in the audience mention Yahweh's name. So that let me know that these people dumb as a box of rocks, and they've been brainwashed, hoodwinked, and bamboozled. Because everybody know JC, everybody know the Muslim God, and everybody heard of the Chinese God. So I'm gonna show you that today, everybody gonna bow down to our God, which is Yahweh. Now, but I'm how to get this song out, you have to send me your address. I have to make you a copy. Where we got them DVDs from?
I don't know. You're the one that got them, so I don't know.
Okay, because it's been so long. But I just give me your mailing address, and I have to make you a copy and give them to you that way. But Shabbat Shalom, Mark Anthony. Shabbat Shalom, Candace G. And Brother Z, good to see. Okay, but anybody got any comment or questions? Wait till I get through teaching my lesson, and then we could talk about it. But I want to start off in the book of Exodus. Let's see where I want to go. Exodus chapter 5. You got Exodus 5? Yeah. Now, I'm going to show y'all something right quick. Exodus chapter 5, start the first verse.
Exodus chapter 5, verse 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
You notice every time Moses and Aaron go to somebody, they say, Thus said Yahweh. They coming in the name of Yahweh. Now watch this.
And Pharaoh said,
Watch what Pharaoh say.
Who is Yahweh?
Listen, the Egyptians don't know Yahweh. The Gentiles don't know Yahweh. The Chinese don't know Yahweh. The Indians don't know Yahweh. Even his own people don't know him, which is us. It's a whole lot of Israelites in the world that don't know Yah. Now read that second verse again.
And Pharaoh said, Who is Yahweh, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
In other words, he didn't acknowledge Yahweh. He didn't know Yahweh, and didn't want nothing to have nothing to do with Yahweh. Why? Because the Egyptians got 200 or 300 different gods. Read.
I know not Yahweh.
He don't know him. Just like the people today, they do not know Yahweh. Not just the Egyptians, the whole world don't know Yahweh. Read.
Neither will I let Israel go.
I don't know y'all God, and I ain't gonna let you go. That's what Pharaoh said. Now Pharaoh was the Egyptian.
And they said, The Elohim of the Hebrews have met with us.
He the Elohim of the Hebrews.
Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto Yahweh our Elohim, lest he fall upon us with pestilence.
Okay, now go to Exodus 6:1. Watch this. Let me something else y'all finna learn today. Start at the first verse.
Exodus chapter 6, verse 1. Then Yahweh said unto Moses, Now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh.
Now you're going to see what I'm going to do to Pharaoh. Watch this, though.
For with a strong hand shall he let them go.
When I get through breaking it off in him, he going to let you go.
And with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land.
That's right. When I get through breaking it off in him, knocking his head off, he going to let you go. Now watch this.
And Elohim spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am Yahweh.
Now he said, I'm Yahweh. Now watch this, y'all. This coin. Read.
And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of Elohim Almighty.
I'm the Elohim Almighty. But watch what this. Watch what he say now.
But by my name Yahweh was not.
No, Jehovah.
Oh,
That your book say?
Yeah.
No, mine say Jehovah. Okay.
But by my name Jehovah was I not known to them.
Listen. Anytime you see Jehovah in the Old Testament, that's a transplant. And that's a deceiving name. His name was never Jehovah. Now read it again.
And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of Elohim Almighty, but by my name Jehovah was I not known to them.
My name was not known Jehovah by them. So where do you get a Jehovah Witness from? So ain't no such thing as a Jehovah Witness, because he said, my name is not Jehovah. My name is Yahweh. So I wanted to clarify that and get that across. Keep reading.
And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage. And I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am Yahweh, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians.
All through this book, he said, my name is Yahweh. I never went by the name of Jehovah.
I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a Elohim, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh your Elohim, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians.
What verse you at?
8.
Okay.
And I will bring you in unto the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and I will give it you for a heritage. I am Yahweh.
That's right. I'm Yahweh and not nobody else. My name ain't God. My name ain't Lord. My name ain't Jehovah. My name ain't JC. My name ain't none of that. None of that. Okay, let's go to 7. Okay, Exodus 7. Let's see. Let's start at the 5th verse.
Exodus chapter 7, verse 5. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh.
One day the Egyptians gonna know that my name is Yahweh.
When I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt.
And just like when he stretched forth his hand upon the United States, they gonna know Yahweh did it. Read.
And bring out the children of Israel from among them.
And when he bring us out from the United States, after he stretched forth his hand on them, the same thing he did in Egypt, he gonna do it from this land.
And Moses and Aaron did as Yahweh commanded them.
Always listen to Yahweh.
So did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old, when they spake unto Pharaoh.
That's right, 80 years old, and Moses and Aaron was 83.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as Yahweh had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent.
He threw that rod down and it became a serpent.
Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers.
Then he called his psychics and soothsayers and all his wise men.
Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
Yeah, that's right. Yahweh, that rod we had, that Moses had, swallowed their rod up.
And he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as Yahweh had said. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened, he refuseth to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning, lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink against he come. And the rod which was turned to a serpent shalt thou take in thy hand, and thou shalt say unto him, Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews hath sent me unto thee.
He is the God of the Hebrews. He's not the God of the world. He's the God of the Hebrews.
Saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus saith Yahweh, and this thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
This how you gonna know that I'm Yahweh.
Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood.
So when the Almighty get through breaking it out on Egypt, you're going to know that he the only one can do it. So if you serving another God, won't you call upon that God to stop Yahweh? If the Egyptians had 300 or 400 different gods, why they ain't call upon their God to stop Yah? Because can't nobody do nothing against Yah. Okay, let's go to 8. 8 and 8 and 22. Yeah,
Exodus chapter 8, verse 22. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen.
Because that's where we was in the land of Goshen, the Israelites.
In which my people dwell.
We dwelt in the land of Goshen. That was in Egypt. Read.
That no swarms of flies shall be there.
He didn't let nothing happen to the land of Goshen that we were staying in.
To the end thou mayest know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the earth.
That you may know that Yahweh is in the midst of the earth. Yahweh do it all. He controls everything. Ain't nothing happening without his permission. Okay, let's go to 9. Exodus 9. Start at the first verse.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 1. Then Yahweh said unto Moses, go in to Pharaoh and tell him, thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews.
He's the God of the Hebrews. He's not the God of the Christians. He's not the God of the world. He's not the God of nobody on this earth. He's the God of the Hebrews. He's specifying one people. Not no Puerto Ricans, not no Chinese, not no Indians, not no white person, not no nothing. Read it again.
Then Yahweh said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh, and tell him, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews,
I'm the God of the Hebrews and nobody else. Read.
Let my people go.
And in the process of this, tell them to let my people go because they my people.
That they may serve me.
That all the Israelites may serve Yahweh. So what you doing going to church? What you doing wearing a cross? What you doing believing in JC? What you doing going to a Muslim mosque? What you doing worshiping the Islam?
For if thou refuse to let them go and will hold them still, behold, the hand of Yahweh is upon thy cattle which is in the field.
And Yahweh, when he put his hand up on some boy, something to get killed and hurt.
Upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep, there shall be a very grievous murrain.
That's right, very serious cry.
And Yahweh shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt.
Yahweh gonna make a difference between the Israelite and an Egyptian.
And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel.
Because them my people and I love them. Ain't none gonna die from the children of Israel. Well, watch what happened to the Egyptians.
And Yahweh appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow Yahweh shall do this thing in the land.
He gonna do his thing in his land.
And Yahweh did that thing on the morrow.
He did exactly what he said tomorrow.
And all the cattle of Egypt died.
Did he say some of them? Most of them, or few? All of them died? Read that again. All.
And all the cattle of Egypt died.
All the cattle of Egypt died. That's the ops. That's right. These are the ops.
But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one.
Then now one of the Israelites die. Cattle die. That's when the Most High make a difference between the Israelite and the Egyptian or Israelite and anybody. I don't care what you is. Almighty love Israel.
And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And
that's right.
And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And Yahweh said unto Moses and unto Aaron, Take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a bowl breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beast throughout all the land of Egypt.
Throughout all the land of Egypt.
And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a bowl breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beast. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils.
The Egyptians they couldn't fight against Yahweh. You can't fight against Yah. Read.
For the boil was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. And Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as Yahweh had spoken unto Moses.
That's right.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning.
That's what he told Moses. Rise up early in the morning.
And stand before Pharaoh.
And go stand in front of him.
And said to him,
This what you tell Pharaoh.
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews.
The God of the Hebrews. Thus said Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, not the God of the world, not the God of the nations, not the God of all people, but only the God of the Hebrews. Read.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
That they may serve me.
And stop serving Christianity and Islam.
For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart.
I'm going to send all my plagues upon my heart.
And upon thy servants and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
That you gonna know one day that ain't nobody like Yahweh. The whole earth gonna know. Because when the Almighty get to breaking it off in these countries and these lands and these people, they gonna holler Yah. They gonna bow down one day. Read.
For now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth.
But be cut off from the earth.
And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
Yahweh said, for every deed of this cause, I raised Moses up. I never raised nobody up in the New Testament. I raised Moses up.
For to show in thee my power.
To show in Moses my power, not Paul, not JC, not Muhammad, not Luke, but in Moses I shall. Read that again. That's 16. That's corn.
And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
This is the reason why I raised Moses up, for this cause. That was Yahweh saying.
For to show in thee my power.
To show in Moses my power, not nobody else. I never showed my power through JC or Muhammad and nobody else, but through Moses.
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
That my name may be declared through all the earth. Right now, I'm on this internet talking about Yahweh. And I'm trying to wake the people up just like Moses tried to. I'm doing the same thing Moses did, trying to popcorn and wake the people up, that Yahweh's name may be known by all the people of the earth. Okay, that was 9. Okay, let me see. Go to 10 and 1.
Exodus chapter 10, verse 1. And Yahweh said to Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my sons before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my sons which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am Yahweh.
That's what we're supposed to be doing, teaching our kids, our grandkids about Yahweh. How Yahweh did this to that person. How Yahweh do this. That's how you're supposed to teach your children's children. Meaning your kids and your great-great-grandkids. Read.
And Moses and Aaron came in to Pharaoh and said unto him, thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews.
Now, how many times you got to say he's the God of the Hebrews? Show me in this book where he say the God of the Christians, the God of the Muslims, the God of the Gentile, the God of the Puerto Ricans, the God of the Mexican, the God of the Japanese, and get $1,000. Now show me that so you can get $1,000. Show me where you say I'm the God of somebody else. Read.
How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast.
I'm going to break it off in you.
And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field.
Okay, let's skip around a little bit. Let me see. Let's go to Exodus. I'm trying to prove a point to let the people know one day everybody gonna know Yahweh. Let's go to Exodus 14. and 4.
Exodus chapter 14, verse 4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, that the Egyptians may know that I am Yahweh. And they did so.
That's right. Yahweh gonna kill them all. Okay, let's go to 18, Exodus 18. Start the first verse.
Exodus chapter 18, verse 1. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that Elohim had done for Moses and for Israel his people, and that Yahweh had brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land, and the name of the other was Eleazar, for the Elohim of my father, said he.
Now, let me break this down so the people see. Moses had a wife. Her name was Zipporah, and he had 2 sons. And one of his sons was called Gershom and Eleazar. So he had 2 sons by his wife, which read. And this was Jethro's daughter. And he was a Midianite. Read.
Was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of Elohim. And he said to Moses, I, thy father-in-law Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did and did obeisance, and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how Yahweh delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahweh had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be Yahweh.
Hold it. That the ops is. The ops is he's a Midianite now, and he ain't studying his God no more. He said, what now?
And Jethro said, Blessed be Yahweh, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that Yahweh is greater than all gods.
Said, I know that Yahweh is greater than all God, even his God. That's right. His God is over the Muslim God, the Christian God, the world God, the whoever God. Read that again, because that's cool. No, start the 8th verse.
And Moses told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how Yahweh delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahweh had done to Israel.
You notice he said, Jethro the ops, he rejoiced, happy,
whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians.
And watch what Jethro say. This is the ops.
And Jethro said, Blessed be Yahweh, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians.
And watch what else he say.
Now I know that Yahweh is greater than all gods.
I know my God ain't a father in the windstorm, but I know Yahweh over all gods. That's cool. Read.
For in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for Elohim. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before Elohim. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening.
Okay, that's all I really need. Okay, let's go to Exodus 29. I just want the last 2 verses. So that'll be 45 and 46.
Exodus chapter 29, verse 45. And I will dwell among the children of Israel.
Yahweh said, I'm going to dwell among the children of Israel. He ain't say he's going to dwell among no Christian, no Muslim, nobody else. He going to dwell among the children of Israel.
And will be their Elohim.
And I'm going to be their God.
And they shall know that I am Yahweh their Elohim.
That we going to know that Yahweh is our God, and we ain't got to go to church and be baptized or wear a cross.
That brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
That we know he the one brought us out of the land of the United States.
That I may dwell among them.
He going to dwell among us, not the world.
I am Yahweh their Elohim.
He Yahweh, and that's our God. That's right. Okay, that was let's go to Numbers. Go to 16. Yeah, start the first verse.
Numbers chapter 16, verse 1. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
See, these men, they was Israelite, but they hated Moses. This was the tribe of Korah and Reuben. They hated Moses for no reason, because he was righteous. Just like they hate me for no reason, because I'm righteous. Now watch this, read.
And
They rose up against Moses, but watch what happened after they rose up against Moses.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you.
Listen, the people got mad. You think you all that, Moses. You think the Almighty, the only one chose you. You think this, think that. And then people say the same thing about me. Why? You think you holding in everybody. You think you righteous. No, I don't think nothing. I just follow Yahweh, and that's it, and that's all. I don't think I'm no better than nobody. Hey, but I serve the Most High Yah just like Moses did. He didn't think he was better than nobody. But these people get mad at you and hate you because you 100. You ain't like these people. You don't bend. You don't bow down. You don't sell out. You ain't no Uncle Tom, no house nigga, or no got something to do with selling out. You know, you your own man. You follow Yahweh, and that's it, and that's all. And these people hated Moses, but keep reading.
Seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yahweh is among them, wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of Yahweh. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face.
He got upset and angry at these people because they was against him.
And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company,
he spoke to them,
saying, even tomorrow Yahweh will show who are his and who is holy.
Now tomorrow the Almighty Yahweh gonna show you who righteous and who wicked. Yep.
And will cause him to come near unto him.
He gonna cause us to come near to him.
Even him whom he have chosen will he cause to come near unto him. This do, take you censers, Korah and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before Yahweh tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom Yahweh do choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi.
And see, the sons of Levi, they hated them. Just like they hate me. They hate the righteous now. Don't think these people don't hate you, but they do. They hate the righteous. But what's going to happen? Watch this. Watch what's going to happen in the end.
And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi, seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the Elohim of Israel have separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of Yahweh, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also, for which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against Yahweh. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, We will not come up. Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of a land that flowed with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness?
See, they mad because they had to leave Egypt. They wanted to stay in Egypt being a slave.
Except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us.
Who told you you was a boss, Moses? Who made you a god? Who made you? The Almighty Yahweh made you, fool. These fools, they hating on Moses, belittling him and throwing him on the bus. Hey, who made you a king? Who made you a god? Who made you righteous? The Almighty did, fool. You hear you say, indeed, I show my power through Moses and not through Korah and all the rest of these fools. Read.
Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that flowed with milk and honey.
You ain't did what you say you're going to do, Moses. We still in the wilderness. I'm ready to go. What you say? They complaining.
Or giving us inheritance of fields and vineyards.
We ain't got our gardens planted. We ain't did nothing. You brought us into the wilderness, have us killed. We could have stayed in Egypt. We had more fun in Egypt being a slave, listening to Pharaoh, than in this wilderness. Retarded fool. Read.
Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moses was very wroth,
But Moses was angry because they was complaining, mad, and belittling Moses.
and said unto Yahweh, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them,
I ain't stole none from them. I ain't took none from them. I ain't did nothing to these people.
neither have I hurt one of them.
I ain't knocked down one upside the head. Moses said, I ain't did none to these people.
And Moses said unto Korah, be thou in all thy company before Yahweh, thou and they and Aaron
Tomorrow.
and take every man his censer and put incense in them, and bring ye before Yahweh every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer and put fire in them and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
All the wicked men follow Korah, and all the righteous men follow Moses.
And the glory of Yahweh appeared unto all the congregation. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation.
Get away from these Christians. Get away from these Muslims. Get away from these atheists. Get away from everybody that ain't serving Yah. Right.
That I may consume them in a moment.
I'm going to kill all of them in a few minutes.
And they fell upon their faces and said, O Elohim, the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram.
Come from up, telling the righteous to get away from the wicked. Get away from all the Christianity. Get away from Islam. Get away from atheists. Get away from everybody that hate Yahweh. Now watch this corn, y'all. Read.
And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men.
Get away from these wicked men. When you're a Christian, a Muslim, or atheist, you're a wicked person. Almighty Moses said, get away from these wicked people.
And touch nothing of theirs.
And leave their gold and their diamond and their crosses alone. Leave their New Testament alone. They ain't touch the New Testament. Leave that there.
Lest ye be consumed in all their sins.
Lest you're going to get killed and get your head knocked off if you grab that stuff, grab that New Testament, grab that cross and bring it with you.
So they got up from the tabernacle of Korah.
All the righteous left. All the righteous people came out of the church. They got a choice now. Stay in church or come with Moses. Stay in the Muslim mosque or come with Moses. Stay over there or come with Moses. Read.
Dathan and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives.
Now the wicked people came out of the tents, came out of the church, and stood on the porch.
And their sons and their little children. And Moses said,
now watch this coin, y'all.
Hereby ye shall know that Yahweh have sent me to do all these works.
Now we finna find out if Yahweh sent him or not. He told Korah and them, say, now, today we're going to find out is Yahweh with me or y'all. Watch this.
For I have not done them of my own mind.
I don't do what my mind say. I do what thus said Yah say. That's the difference between Moses and all the rest of them. I don't follow my brain. I follow what the book say. Whatever Yahweh tell me to do, that's what I do. Whatever Yahweh tell me to say, that's what I say. I don't got my brain. I'm using what Yahweh say. Read.
If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then Yahweh have not sent me.
Now, if they die just with a heart attack or a stroke or something else, then Yahweh ain't sent me.
But if Yahweh make a new thing.
But if Yahweh do something he ain't never did before, something brand new.
And the earth open her mouth.
And the earth open up her mouth. And there's going to be a big old earthquake in a hole right there. If you do it like this, read.
And swallow them up.
And everybody go down in the pit inside the earth.
with all that appertain unto them,
Everything that you got, your Cadillacs, your Mercedes Benz, your $1 million home, your gold, your diamond, your dog, your cat, your son, your grandmama, your daddy, everybody. Read.
and they go down quick into the pit.
And it happens so quick till you don't even see them no more. They go down into the pit and the earth gonna open up brand new, ain't never did it. And you see this with your own eyes. Read.
Then ye shall understand that these men have provoked Yahweh.
Then you gonna know that them Christians and them Muslims, them atheists and everybody provoke Yahweh to do this to them. Because you hating on Moses. He 100. That's my man. I send him to you and you turn your back on Moses. Read.
And it came to pass,
Then it came to pass,
as he had made an end of speaking all these words,
when Moses got through popping corn and telling them what the business,
that the ground clave asunder that was under them,
it started rumbling up under them.
and the earth opened her mouth
Earth opened up the mouth,
and swallowed them up,
and everybody went down in it that was wicked.
and their houses, and all
They $1 million homes, $1 billion homes.
and all the men that appertain unto Korah,
Everybody that followed Christianity, Islam, had a religion, called themselves a Baptist, a Jehovah's Witness, a Presbyterian, a Catholic, followed TDJ, Clifford Dollar, and Joel Osteen. Everybody that followed them, read.
and all their goods,
And all your Bentleys and Maseratis and Cadillacs and laybacks and Mercedes Benz and BMWs.
they and all that appertain to them,
And everything that you had that was pertaining to you, your crosses, your guns, your knives,
went down alive into the pit,
went down alive into the pit.
and the earth closed upon them.
And when this happened, the earth closed back up like it ain't never happened before. Boy, listen, if you ain't following Yah, you in trouble. And if you against anybody that love Yah, you in trouble. You see what he did to Moses and him. These were nappy-headed Israelites. These were no the ops. These were the ops. So you know if you the ops, what he gonna do to you? These was the Reubenites. Reuben was the first tribe of the children of Israel. These were Reubenites that the Almighty killed because they hating on Moses. Read.
And they perished from among the congregation.
They perish. Almighty don't play by these people. You better not bip a bop at a barbershop by these people. Read.
And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them.
And everybody that saw this started trembling like Don Knox, scared. That's right. You better get an order. You got to get you some act right. Read.
For they said, lest the earth swallow us up also.
Lest the earth swallow us up also.
And there came out a fire from Yahweh and consumed the 250 men that offered incense.
The one that offered incense, he knocked them head off and got them killed.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, that he take up the censers out of the burning, and scatter thou the fire yonder, for they are hallowed. The censers of these sinners against their souls, let them make them broad plates for a covering of the altar.
And you knew the reason why they killed them? Because you have to be from the tribe of Levi to make a censer from incense. You have to be a Levite. If you're not a Levite, the Almighty gonna knock your head off, because only the Levites can do this. That's the reason they got killed, because they was from another tribe. They was Israelite, but they wasn't from the tribe of Levi. Read.
For they offered them before Yahweh, therefore they are hallowed, and they shall be a sign unto the children of Israel. And Eleazar the priest took the brazen censers wherewith they that were burnt had offered, and they were made broad plates for a covering of the altar, to be a memorial unto the children of Israel, that no stranger which is not of the seed of Aaron,
no stranger that's not a seed, because Aaron was a Levite. If you're not a Levite, read.
come near to offer incense before Yahweh.
You can't do it.
That he be not as Korah and as his company, as Yahweh said to him by the hand of Moses. But on the morrow, all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
See, they people got mad. Watch what they say.
Saying, ye have killed the people of Yahweh.
That Moses didn't kill them, Yahweh killed them. See, the people got mad at him. But see, Yahweh killed the people, not Moses. Moses say, listen, if a new thing happened tomorrow, that means Yahweh did it, and Yahweh sent me. And the new thing did happen the next day, because they opened up the earth and everybody went down in it. That was wicked. Read.
And it came to pass, when the congregation was gathered against Moses and against Aaron, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of Yahweh appeared.
The glory of Yahweh came down when he heard this.
And Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Get you up from among this congregation.
Get from these wicked people. They wicked because they mad at Moses because they assumed and thought Moses had killed. No, man, Yahweh killed them.
That I may consume them as in a moment.
Yahweh said, he finna do some more killing. He finna consume them in the moment.
And they fell upon their faces. And Moses said unto Aaron, Take a censer and put fire therein from off the altar, and put on incense, and go quickly unto the congregation, and make an atonement for them, for there is wrath going out from Yahweh.
See, Yahweh was finna kill him, but Moses was so humble and meek till he saved him. Even though they threw him on the bus, they hated on him, didn't like him, but Moses still had mercy on him. Ooh, boy, I don't know if I could have did it. Listen, you hate me, boy, I want everything bad to happen to you. Moses was he was a cold lick. He was a cold man. Because I don't know if I could have did this, what Moses did, because I would have went on and let the Almighty kill him. Read.
The plague is begun. And Aaron took as Moses commanded, and ran into the midst of the congregation. And behold, the plague was begun among the people. And he put on incense, and made an atonement for the people. And he stood between the dead and the living, and the plague was stayed. Now they that died in the plague were 14,700.
14,700.
Beside them that died about the matter of Korah.
Now that didn't have the Korah was different than this there, but the plague got them, and then the census the one stopped the plague. Read.
And Aaron returned unto Moses unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the plague was stayed.
And the plague was stayed. Boy, listen, you got to be careful what you say out there alligator mouth about Yahweh people, because he gonna get you. Believe that. But I'm the type of person, you hate me, boy, I triple hate you. I'm not gonna listen. The only thing different between me and Moses is gonna pray for you that the Almighty stop, and I'm gonna pray that the Almighty keep going. That's right. Keep going. Kill them all. You hate me. Now that's just the kind of heart I get. I ain't got no, I ain't humble like Moses. Whew. Let me see. Let's go to Joshua. Okay, Joshua chapter 4. It started at the 22.
Joshua chapter 4, verse 22.
Yeah.
Then ye shall let your children know, saying, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land.
You tell your children that Israel came over on dry land. When Yahweh parted the Red Sea, you brag on Yah and tell them what he did. Read.
For Yahweh your Elohim dried up the waters of Jordan from before you.
And you notice how Yahweh is drying up the waters in the United States? And so the water's drying up everywhere I see. Read.
Until ye were passed over, as Yahweh your Elohim did to the Red Sea.
Like he did to the Red Sea, parted it, and then we walked on dry ground. Not mud, dry ground.
Which he dried up from before us, until we were gone over.
Till we was gone over.
That all the people of the earth might know the hand of Yahweh, that it is mighty.
That all the people on the earth might know that Yahweh's hand is mighty. All the people. One day, all the people gonna bow down to Yah. You believe that? You can count on that and bet on that. Everybody count on another God right now. But read it again.
That all the people of the earth might know the hand of Yahweh, that it is mighty.
You gonna know and find out that Yahweh hand is mightier than your God.
That ye might fear Yahweh your Elohim forever.
That's right. We're gonna fear Yahweh forever. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let's go to first. Let me get it right quick. First Samuel. Okay, yeah, First Samuel 1. Cold-blooded. Yeah, First Samuel 17 and 1. That's what I meant. Yeah. Cold-blooded. 17 and 1.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1.
But it's a cold lick here, boy. This ain't nothing but a child, a little boy. But boy, he a goon. Watch this. Read.
Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Socho, which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Socho and Azekah and Iphisdeman. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines.
Now they finna go to war.
And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them.
That's right. Read. Watch this. Cold-blooded.
And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines named Goliath.
Now everybody heard about Goliath. This is about Goliath.
Of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
Tallest man back then in the world.
And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
Now he had 5,000 shekels of brass. There was a tall Philistine. These Philistines was black too. These black people, they from the tribe of Ham. They from Ham. Read, watch this.
And he had greaves of brass about his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders.
Boy, he's shining like new money.
And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron.
Now, that's just the head of it that weighs 600 shekels of iron.
And one bearing a shield went before him.
In other words, this man was tall, strong, and big. Read.
And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel.
He stood and hollered out with that alligator mouth. What did he say?
And said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
In other words, get you a man to fight. Let's make it one-on-one. You fight against me.
If he be able to fight with me,
and
to kill me,
if this man kill me, this Philistine Goliath,
then will we be your servants.
We gonna bow down and kiss your butt. We gonna be your servant if you can find a man that whoop me or kill me. Read.
But if I prevail against him,
but if I give over you and kill your man,
and kill him,
and I kill him,
then shall ye be our servants.
Then you gonna be our slaves and servants,
and serve us.
If I kill your man. Read.
And the Philistines said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid.
They were scared to death. All the Israelites back then were scared to death. Watch this.
Now David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse.
Jesse had a son named David, King David.
And he had 8 sons.
And Jesse had 8 sons.
And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul. And the three eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his three sons that went to the battle were Eliab the firstborn, and next unto him Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest.
David was the baby boy. He was the youngest.
And the three eldest followed Saul.
And the three older boys, they followed Saul. All the men I read.
But David went and returned. And David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem.
He went to feed the sheep.
And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days.
40 days he called them out.
And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn.
Go get them some food, your brothers.
And these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the men, fled from him.
Yes, they were scared to death. What verse you at?
24.
Okay.
And were sore afraid. And the men of Israel said, Have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, What shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine?
What's going to happen to the man that killed the Philistine?
And taketh away the reproach from Israel.
And take away the reproach.
For who is this uncircumcised Philistine?
David said, Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? He ain't worth 2 dead flies to me. I ain't scared of him.
That he should defy the armies of the living Elohim.
That's right. Read.
And the people answered him after this manner, saying, So shall it be done to the man that killeth them.
So, yeah, what verse you at?
28.
Okay. This Bible ain't got, there's a page missing out of it, so I got to get this Bible. Let me see, because I got to follow along. Y'all bear with me. It's a page toward this Bible, so I want to follow along. Okay, that's 1 Samuel, right? 17. So I got to get this other Bible. What? Now 17 and what verse you at?
28.
Okay. 28. Okay, come on.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, Why camest thou down hither?
What you come down here for, little boy?
And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Who babysitting the sheep while you right here? Then you supposed to, you're a little boy, you supposed to stay back.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
I know you just came to watch the battle. I know you tough little boy.
And David said, What have I now done?
What I did to you?
Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another, and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
And Saul sent for David.
And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine.
I want to go fight him. Y'all hesitating, scared, and trembling. I want to go fight this Philistine.
And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him.
See how you underestimate people? You can't never underestimate nobody. You look at a midget, he this tall, and he go a giant this tall, all the midget, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that man. Woo, woo. So you can't never underestimate your opponent. Don't never say what nobody can't do. Now watch the read. That's all. He didn't have faith in David.
For thou art but a youth.
Oh, you ain't nothing but a little boy. You ain't nothing but a child. You going back home and tend to the sheep and do what you've been doing, because this a man's matter here. This a full-grown man. You talking about killing. You ain't but a boy. Read. Watch this.
And he a man of war from his youth.
This man been warned ever since he was a baby, a boy. The Philistine been, this a warrior now. This a straight goon, a killer. So you can't do David. You don't know nothing about no fighting. You ain't never been in no fight. You ain't never did nothing. But watch the sheep. Read.
And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock.
Now he telling me he killed a bear and a lion.
And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth.
I took it out their mouth. This is something that y'all didn't know. I'm a little boy, a bear grabbed the sheep, and I took her out of the bear and got it back. Read.
And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard.
He caught the lion by his beard. Now this is a little boy. This ain't nothing but this little David.
And smote him.
I killed him.
And slew him.
I slew him and killed him. Same thing.
Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear.
I killed a lion and a bear. Most of y'all scared to death of a lion and a bear. This little boy, King David, and killed a lion and a bear that nobody even know nothing about. You don't know that part. Read.
And this uncircumcised Philistine shall
This old uncircumcised Philistine ain't gonna be worth too dead for. He ain't gonna be nothing but a what word I want? He ain't gonna be nothing but something to do. Read.
One of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living Elohim.
What verse you at?
37.
Okay.
David said, moreover, Yahweh that delivered me out of the paw of the lion.
See how he gave credit to Yah? He didn't give it to no knife or no gun or no man. He did. He say Yahweh did it. Yahweh the one delivered the bear, the lion, and he gonna deliver this Philistine in my hand. Read. Watch this.
And out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine.
Yahweh gonna do the same thing he did for me when I killed that bear and lion. He gonna deliver this Philistine out of my hand.
And Saul said unto David, go, and Yahweh be with thee.
Go, and Yahweh be with you. See, the King David was wise at a young age. He popping corn. Look, man, I killed a bear. I done killed a lion. I done did this. I done did that. This Philistine ain't nothing but a fart in the windstorm. I'm gonna knock his head off. Watch this. Read.
And Saul armed David with his armor.
He gave him armor. He gave him an AK-47, a Uzi, a 9mm. Put a bulletproof vest on it. Read.
And he put a helmet of brass upon his head.
Put a helmet of brass on him to protect his head.
Also, he armed him with a coat of mail.
Armed him with a coat of mail. Put a bulletproof vest on him. Put bulletproof pants on him. Shoes. He armored down.
And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these.
I ain't wearing no bulletproof vest. I don't need no Uzi. I don't need no 9mm. I don't need none of this. Read. What verse you at?
39.
Okay.
For I have not proved them. And David put them off him.
He took all this bulletproof vest off, took all this stuff, threw it away.
And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook.
He went and got 5 stones out of the brook, out the water, got 5 stones, shaped real nice and nice and pretty. Read. They were smooth. Right, read, watch it, read.
And put them in a shepherd's bag which he had.
He put 5 stones in the shepherd's bag. That's all he had was a slingshot and the 5 stones. Smooth stone. Read.
Even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. And
What verse you at?
41.
Okay. You forgot 40. Did you read 40?
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear that. Okay, read 40 again.
And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook.
Okay, read.
And put them in a shepherd's bag which he had.
He put 5 stones that were smooth in the shepherd's bag.
Even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand.
And he had a slingshot in his hand. That's all he needed. That's all he wanted. That's all he had. He didn't have no 357 in his hand. He had a slingshot.
And he drew near to the Philistine.
And he went toward the Philistine. He didn't run. He went toward the Philistine. Read.
And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David.
And they drew near to each other.
And the man that bare the shield went before him.
And the man, now watch the corn that come out of David's mouth. This is a little boy, y'all. Read.
And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods.
Ooh, that's a bigger mistake he could have made. He cursed Yahweh by his gods.
And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air.
In other words, I'm going to kill you, David. Come on over here.
And to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword.
You come to me with an AK-47 and a Uzi and a knife.
And with a spear.
With a spear.
And with a shield.
And with a shield, protect you.
But I come to thee in the name of Yahweh of hosts.
What? Woo! Cold-blooded. What David say?
But I come to thee in the name of Yahweh of hosts.
I'm coming in the name of Yah. I don't need no gun. I don't need no knife. I don't need no mob. I don't need nothing. I'm coming with Yah. Read.
The Elohim of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied, this day will Yahweh deliver thee into my hand.
Yahweh gonna deliver. I don't need no gun, no knife, no posse, no army, nobody. All I need is Yah.
And I will smite thee.
And I'm gonna kill you, Philistine, Goliath, because I come in the name of Yah.
And take thy head from thee.
I'm gonna cut your head off.
And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air.
And I'm going to give the carcasses to the animals of the planet.
And
what verse you at?
46.
Okay.
And to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a Elohim in Israel.
That all the earth gonna know that Yahweh is in the earth.
And all this assembly shall know that Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear.
Yahweh don't need no gun, no Uzi, no knife. He don't do it that way. Read it again. Corn.
And all this assembly shall know that Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear.
You gonna know that Yahweh don't need no gun, no bullets, no knife.
For the battle is Yahweh's.
The battle is always Yahweh's.
And he will give you into our hands.
And he gonna give you into my hands. Listen, keep reading.
And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine.
He ran. He didn't walk.
And David put his hand in his bag.
He put his hand in the bag. Hold it. Go ahead.
And took thence a stone.
And took a stone.
And slang it. And smote the Philistine in his forehead.
Bop! And cut and knocked his head off. No, say it sunk in his head. Read. Yes, sir.
Oh, I ain't got to that part yet.
Okay, go ahead.
That the stone sunk into his forehead.
That's what I'm talking about. He took a stone out of his bag and it sunk in his head, went inside it. Read.
And he fell upon his face to the earth.
And he fell for a boom up on the face.
So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone,
He only had one stone in a slingshot, and he killed the Philistine, and the rock sunk in his head.
and smote the Philistine,
And smoked the Philistine. He killed Goliath when everybody else was scared to death.
and him.
And slew him. What verse you at?
50.
Okay.
But there was no sword in the hand of David,
Wasn't no gun, wasn't no knife, wasn't nothing in his hand but a slingshot.
There-
Cold-blooded here, boy. All you need is Yah. You don't need nothing else. Y'all gonna make it happen. He made it happen for King David. He made it happen for Moses. He made it happen for Jeremiah. He made it happen for Ezekiel. He made it happen. Read.
Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine,
He stood up on that dead body
and took his sword
and took Goliath's sword.
and drew it out of the sheath thereof,
He took it out of the package that was in sheath
and slew him,
and slew him
and cut off his head therewith.
and chopped his head off.
And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead,
They saw that he was dead, and King David got his head hanging. Read.
they fled.
They fled, scared to death.
And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and
Boy, they was happy. When King David killed Philistine, boy, they was happy.
and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron.
And you notice they all got tough then. They all got glad and happy and tough. And now they chest stuck out like they did something. But King David did it by himself. Read.
And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Sharim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents.
They robbed them, took everything they had.
And David took the head of the Philistine
David took the head of the Philistine
and brought it to Jerusalem.
and brought it to Jerusalem, just the head, y'all.
But he put his armor in his tent.
He put the arm in the tent.
And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth?
Man, whose son is this to kill Goliath?
And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell.
Man, I don't know who his son. I don't know whose son that is.
And the king said, inquire thou whose son the stripling is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand.
With the head of the Philistine in his head, still got the head.
And Saul said to him, whose son art thou?
Whose son is you?
Thou young man. And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse the Bethlehemite.
That's right. Boy, that's corn yet. Boy, you don't need nobody but Yah. You ain't got to have no this and no that. All you need is Yah. That's right. What was that? First Samuel? Okay, let's go to First King. First Kings. First Kings 8. Let's see. Uh, 43.
First Kings chapter 8, verse 43. Hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calleth to thee for, that all people of the earth may know thy name.
All the people of the earth gonna know Yahweh's name one day.
To fear thee,
and they gonna fear him too,
as do thy people Israel,
just like the Israelites.
And that they may know that this house which I have builded is called by thy name.
That's called by thy name. Okay, let's skip on down to 60.
Verse 60, that all the people of the earth may know that Yahweh is Elohim, and that there is none else.
that all the people on earth gonna know that ain't nobody but Yahweh. So you can kill all them other books and all them other gods. Read.
Let your heart therefore be perfect with Yahweh or Elohim,
And this is the only way that your heart can be perfect with Yahweh. Watch this.
to walk in his statutes
You gotta be able to walk in his statutes,
and to keep his commandments,
keep Yahweh commandments to be perfect,
as at this day.
as it is right now today. That's right. Right now today. That's all I needed. Okay. Okay. Go to First Kings 18. First Kings 18 and 36.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 36. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art Elohim in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word.
Read.
Hear me, O Yahweh, hear me, that this people may know that thou art Yahweh Elohim, and that thou hast turned their heart back again.
Okay, that you may know. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's all. Let's go to Job. Job 37 and 7.
Job chapter 37, verse 7.
No, first started. Let me see. Let's start the first verse.
Job chapter 37, verse 1. At this also my heart trembleth and is moved out of his place. Hear attentive, hear attentive, hear attentively the noise of his voice and the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directed it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. After it a voice roareth, he thundereth with the voice of his excellency, and he will not stay them when his voice is heard. Elohim thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend.
We cannot comprehend everything that the Most High do. It's impossible to understand everything that he do. Read.
For he said to the snow, Be thou on the earth, likewise to the small rain, and to the great rain of his strength. He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his word.
That all men may know the works of Yah. Okay, let's go to 42. Let's see. Start at the first verse.
Job chapter 42, verse 1. Then Job answered Yahweh and said, I know that thou canst do everything.
I know that Yahweh can do everything. It's not nothing too hard for Yahweh. I know. Job said, I know, and I know too. They can do everything.
And that no thought can be withholden from thee.
That your thoughts cannot be withholden from Yah. Yahweh know everything you thinking. Everything you thinking, Yahweh know what you thinking about. That's right. Can't nobody read your mind but Yahweh. Can't nobody read your brain but him. Okay, let's go to Psalm. Psalms 20 and verse 6.
Psalms chapter 20, verse 6. Now know I that Yahweh saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand.
That's right. We know that Yahweh saved his anointing. That's right. Let's go to 46. Okay, 46 and 10.
Psalms chapter 46, verse 10. Be still.
Told us to be still.
And know that I am Elohim.
And know that he God.
I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth.
That's right. He going to be praised and exalted in the earth. Everybody going to know him.
Yahweh of hosts is with us. The Elohim of Jacob is our refuge. Selah.
That's right. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Psalm 59 and 13. 59 and 13.
Psalms chapter 59, verse 13. Consume them in wrath.
Kill them in your wrath, Yahweh.
Consume them.
Consume them, destroy them.
That they may not be.
That they don't be.
And let them know that Elohim ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth.
Let them know. Don't believe, don't think, don't guess, but know. Read that verse again.
Consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that Elohim ruleth in Jacob unto the end of the earth.
To the ends of the earth, all over the world, Yahweh ruling. Ain't nobody doing nothing but Yahweh. Okay, that's it. Ain't nobody doing nothing but Yah. Of 89 and 15.
Psalms chapter 89, verse 15. Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound.
That know.
They shall walk, O Yahweh, in the light of thy countenance.
Okay, that's all. You don't know. They may know. Okay, Psalms 100. It's cold-blooded, y'all. Psalms 100. Let me see what I want. Let's start the first verse.
Psalms chapter 100, verse 1. Make a joyful noise unto Yahweh, all ye lands.
All the lands supposed to make a joyful noise to Yah. All the lands. Read.
Serve Yahweh with gladness.
You supposed to be happy to keep Yahweh laws, commandments, and statutes and judgment. Be glad.
Come before his presence with singing.
Come before his praises before singing. Praise the mighty Yah.
Know ye that Yahweh, he is Elohim.
You supposed to know that he's God. Not think, not believe, not whatever. We're supposed to know that Yahweh is God. Read.
It is he that hath made us.
Yahweh the one made you. You didn't make yourself. JC didn't make you. Buddha didn't make you. The Muslim God didn't make you. You didn't make yourself. Read that again.
Know ye that Yahweh, he is Elohim.
He's God.
It is he that hath made us.
It is Yahweh that made us and not ourselves.
And not we ourselves.
And you ain't make yourself. So what you patting yourself on the back? What you want some praise and honor and glory for? You ain't did nothing. You ain't make yourself.
We are his people,
We are the people of Yahweh.
and the sheep of his pasture.
We are the sheep of his pasture.
Enter into his gates with thanksgiving,
Coming to Yahweh gates with thanksgiving, praising the mighty Yah.
and into his courts with praise.
With praise.
Be thankful unto him.
Be thankful that Yah woke you up this morning. Be thankful that Yahweh give you air to breathe. Be thankful that Yahweh put food on your table. Be thankful for Yahweh that you can drink his water. Be thankful to live to get your age today. Be thankful.
And bless his name.
And bless Yahweh's name and stop blessing everybody else's name. Because they ain't did nothing. They didn't make you. Yahweh made you fool. Why would you worship, praise, and serve anybody other than Yah? Boy, read that again, because that's corn.
Enter into his gates with thanksgiving.
No, I want you to start all over.
Make a joyful noise unto Yahweh.
You supposed to make a joyful noise to Yahweh and not JC, not Muhammad, and not nobody else, fool.
All ye lands.
All the land. If you're on his land, he talking to you. Do you live on land? He talking to y'all. Everybody. Me, if you live on land, he talking about his land. So he talking about all of. Read.
Serve Yahweh with gladness.
You supposed to be serving Yahweh and not nobody else, fool.
Come before his presence with singing.
Come before his presence with singing because he did everything.
Know ye that Yahweh, he is Elohim.
You supposed to know that Yahweh is the only God.
It is he that hath made us.
Yahweh the one made us, and we didn't make ourselves.
And now we ourselves.
And we didn't do it ourselves. Yahweh did it.
We are his people.
We are his people.
And the sheep of his pasture.
That's right.
Enter into his gates with thanksgiving.
With thanksgiving.
And into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him.
Be always thankful for Yahweh for getting you out of trouble. Waking you up in the morning. Getting you doing everything for you.
And bless his name.
And bless Yahweh's name. And stop blessing JC name. And the Muslim God name. And Buddha name. And all these other names that ain't worth two dead flies. Read.
For Yahweh is good.
Yahweh is good. He woke you up this morning. He didn't have to wake you up this morning, fool.
His mercy is everlasting.
His mercy is everlasting.
And his truth endured to all generations.
And his truth endured to all generations. His truth right now today through all generations. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That was Psalm 100. Let me see. Go to Psalm 135 and start at the first verse too.
Psalms chapter 135, verse 1. Praise ye Yahweh. Praise ye the name of Yahweh. Praise him, all ye servants of Yahweh.
All the servants of Yahweh gonna praise Yahweh. All his servants, they ain't gonna praise nobody but Yahweh.
Ye that stand in the house of Yahweh, in the courts of the house of our Elohim, praise Yahweh, for Yahweh is good. Sing praises unto his name, for it is pleasant. For Yahweh have chosen Jacob unto himself.
Yahweh the one chose us.
And Israel for his peculiar treasure.
He the one chose us. We can't help because we the chosen people.
For I know that Yahweh is great.
I know. I don't think. I don't believe. I know that Yahweh is great.
And that our Elohim is above all gods.
And I know that Yahweh is above your God and every God on this earth. If you serve anything other than Yahweh, it ain't worth two dead flies. I know this. I don't believe. I know. That's all I needed. Okay. I know that we got the true and living God. I ain't got to guess or believe, as I know. And I'm going to show you what Isaiah say. Let's go to Isaiah.